Leaders, this is for you and for the staff. Thank you.
I thought it was just a despicable act, because there are great journalists and people who, been slaving away in the boiler room there, and they ended up losing their jobs carrying the can, when frankly it should have been the people at the helm of the ship who should have got into trouble.
But if that was meant to end the crisis for Rupert Murdoch's empire, it spectacularly failed.
Rupert has no idea what to do, how to react, what to say. He lost control of the situation quite a while ago.
Now the British political establishment raced to a remarkable agreement. News International, which had exercised so much power and influence, was suddenly without friends.
His organisation has grown too powerful and it has abused that power.
In an emergency debate, MPs queued up to condemn Rupert Murdoch.
Their links with the criminal underworld, their attempt to cover up law-breaking and pay for people's silence, tell the world all we need to know about their character.
I think a lot of lies have been told to a lot of people, and then Parliament ends up being misled. I think that is a major constitutional issue for us to face.
The handful of MPs who'd taken Murdoch on were now speaking for the rest.
It was almost as if people realised they've gone too far. We can't do anything other than speak out. It took a bit of time, but when it sunk in, it was the most uniting moment I've ever seen in the House of Commons.
The Prime Minister, embarrassed by his friendship with Rebekah Brooks and his close association with Andy Coulson, announced an inquiry.
It's on my watch that the music has stopped. And I'm saying, loud and clear, that things have got to change.
The relationship has been too cosy between the press and the politicians. Very few had said anything until Millie Dowler, and then it was almost self-congratulation by the politicians at stopping this scandal. They hadn't stopped a scandal, they'd reacted to a scandal that had caught up on them.
Rupert Murdoch is in full retreat. His bid for the rest of B-Sky B has been abandoned. After years of denial from News International, he's said sorry to the country and promised to cooperate fully with the new police inquiry. Millie Dowler's family received their apology in person.
Mr. Murdoch, will you tell us what you said to Millie Dowler's family?
Private meeting.
Did you apologise to the Dowler family? Get your head down, mate.
Law-breaking in one small corner of Rupert Murdoch's business empire and the attempt to conceal it now threatens its very foundations.
The effect of Millie Dowler was that it broke the spell, where Murdoch had had this complete control over Parliament, the government, and even, I'm sorry to say, the police. Suddenly, that control was broken.
On Friday, Rebekah Brooks resigned. Yesterday, she was arrested.
They're pariahs. Nobody wants to talk to Rupert and James Murdoch or Rebekah Brooks anymore. I think if you was to have a central London party next week, nobody would turn up.
Instead, they have an invitation they can't refuse: to answer questions from MPs.
I think Murdoch should really be truthful about all that happened and make it clear, and I think his son's with him as well, isn't it? And Rebekah Brooks will be there. So they're the three musketeers in this one, aren't they? They're the one who've directed what's going on. In this period of atonement, tell the truth.
What a story it could have made for the news of the world. A media magnate dragged down by a scandal born within the country's most popular paper. Parliament and the people outraged. A cover-up. Arrests. You couldn't make it up.